All right, folks, it's a Black and Gold Daily Blitz. I'm Tito, Jeff Fitoff. Follow me on the X. That bit happens. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Steelers, we're doing this on Friday. Steelers get a big win on Thursday over Tennessee. That does come with a loss, though, but we'll talk about that later on. By the way, you can download the app for free, Apple and Android, the FanStream Sports app powered by DSP Media. FanStream Sports is the app. Go to that. Apple, Android for free, round-the-clock programming, lots of great shows that we have. And also go to FanStreamSports.com. And also, make sure you head over to the FanStream Sports Facebook page. Okay, Steelers get the win last night at home, 20-16 over Tennessee. Steelers get a late touchdown pass by Kenny Pickett to Deontay Johnson. That's right, Deontay Johnson finally caught a touchdown pass, first time, and Roethlisberger threw the last one. It was like 660-some days ago. And then the Steelers get an interception of Will Levis at the end of the game to seal the victory. The Steelers look great early offensively, first drive, go down, score a touchdown, fine at the end the way they scored. In between, a lot of the same issues. A lot was being made about Matt Canada being down on the sidelines instead of up in the booth. Still, the Steelers only scored 20 points, and they did not look great. They did finally run the ball, which was good. Pickett had a very pedestrian line, 19 out of 30, 160 yards, the one touchdown. Jalen Warren, 11 carries, 88 yards. Najee Harris, 16 for 69. Both had runs of over 20 yards, which was nice to see. Deontay Johnson, again, got going, 7 carries, 90 yards, or 7 catches, 90 yards, and the touchdown. Unfortunately, George Pickens had 2 catches for -1 yard. Got to get him involved as well. But the running game was better. And, I like what they're doing with the offensive line. I feel like they're in a good spot there. The fact that running backs were able to break free a little bit. Pickett came out clean, never got sacked, which was good to see. But the Canada thing, and the thing is, as long as they keep winning, they're 5-3 now on the season. They are right now at the season end of the day to be in the playoffs, which is amazing when you think of how inept they've looked on offense for many, many games this season so far. So nice to see the offense get going. Nice to see the running game going. Deontay Johnson getting involved. Those are all wonderful things along the offensive line, along the offensive side of the ball there. But there's a lot of criticism about Kenny Pickett. And I don't quite get it because there's a question, is Kenny Pickett the guy? Kenny Pickett, he's an average quarterback, I believe. I don't think he's a below average quarterback. I think if you have a chance to upgrade at quarterback, you should do it. But I'm not putting this all on Kenny Pickett either. I'd love to see what Kenny Pickett can do with a competent offensive coordinator. And I don't think they have it. I don't think they have the competent coordinator in Matt Canada, despite what they did against Tennessee last night. They still only scored 20 points. I do not think they have a competent offensive coordinator in place. I would love to see what Kenny Pickett could do with someone else there running the offense. Defensively, the Steelers gave 105 yards rushing overall, 75 of those to Derrick Henry on 17 attempts. Will Levis did not throw a touchdown pass. He got sacked 4 times for 27 yards. The defense did their job like they have been doing all year long. But the loss, though, that came in, though, it's a tough one for the Steelers because they lost Holcomb. They lost, excuse me, Cole Holcomb to season-ending knee injury. And Holcomb was somebody I really liked watching play this year. I thought he got much better as the year got along, much more of a contributor as the year got along. He was covering DeAndre Hopkins, and that's when he got hurt in that one. But Cole Holcomb, I think, is an important player, important person on this team, and that's going to be a tough loss when they have to absorb. It was nice having Cam Hayward back last night. Still no Minkah Fitzpatrick. But the Steelers, though, look, this is how they win. They win ugly sometimes. They're not going to be an explosive offense this season. The way they won last night is how they have to win if they want to make the postseason. And it's going to be tough, too, because the Ravens look like the class of the division so far. And then you've got the Bengals looking better than they did after the first couple weeks of the season. And the Browns getting Deshaun Watson back this week. He's going to start for them against the Cardinals on Sunday. The Browns, they've been winning their games kind of the same way Pittsburgh has. I know that they had the 40-point burst against, or 39-point burst against Indianapolis. But for the most part, though, the Browns rely on their defense. Steelers and Browns both rely on their defenses to shorten the field, get plus field position for the offenses, and hold opponents very much in check, much like the Steelers did to the Browns, and they played on Monday Night Football in Week 2 this year. So in the AFC North this week, Cleveland is hosting Arizona. Arizona's got a quarterback, Clayton Tune, might be starting for Arizona. If not him, it will be. Kyler Murray could play. They haven't ruled Murray out yet, but the Cardinals traded Josh Dobbs, so I expect Cleveland to get a win. Also, that will push them to 5-3 as well. The Ravens, they host the Seahawks. Not an easy game, but Ravens are favored by, I think, 6.5. They'll probably win that one. That would move the Ravens up ahead of everybody again in the division. And the Bengals host the Bills on Sunday Night Football. Not sure how that one's going to play out, but Bengals are slightly favored in that one. But the Bengals with Burrow and those guys going against it. Now the Steelers. So what I'm saying is the standings could very much look the same way as they do right now, with the Ravens on top and then the other three teams behind tied at 5-3. Would not surprise me at all. The benefit of playing the Thursday night game for Pittsburgh is now they have 10 days to prepare for Green Bay, their game against the Packers, and Jordan Love, if he's still the quarterback there. The Steelers' defense is going to cause problems for Green Bay. They're going to force Green Bay to try to run the ball to win in this game. I'm not worried about the Packers moving the ball through the air, because they have not been able to do it successfully this year at all. Jordan Love looks like he's regressed after the first couple weeks of the season, which is hard to do. He wasn't elite. He was good, but he has not been good lately. So Steelers should be able to shut down Jordan Love, should be able to get the win against the Packers. I love the fact they have this much time off. And time off like this for some teams is great. For some teams, it's not great. For the Steelers, it's great because of the level of coaching they get from Mike Tomlin and how Tomlin can get the team prepped for a game. So, look, if they get to 6-3 on this part, then they've got to play at Cleveland. They've got to play at Cincinnati before they can get Arizona after that. But anyways, they've got a couple of tough division games here coming up and both on the road too, with the Bengals and the Browns. Important games. They've got to beat Green Bay to get 6-3. They've got to split with the Bengals and Browns and be 7-4 at that point. That would be a huge accomplishment to be at that point with 6 games left in the season. So we'll keep watching. We'll talk more about this and about the Steelers after this week of games and see where they're standing, and get some more updates on Minkah Fitzpatrick, see what his situation is, and we'll hear from Deontay Johnson. Also, we'll do all of that coming up. But this has been the Black and Gold Daily Blitz. I'm Tito Jeff Thadal. Follow me on the X @ThatHappens. Thanks so much. Listen, like, subscribe, and go download the app.